Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my guitar here, and like I said before, this is the guitar I'm using for the competition. This is an Ibanez AZ242BC. It's deep espresso burst, and the BC stands for the top wood, which is Bacote. I think the back is, I want to say it's basswood, but I could be wrong on that. And the specs and everything are all online. I'm not really going to go into that right now. But this is the guitar that I want to use for the contest. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to spray this down because after so many practice sessions, I kind of feel like the strings get sticky and it's time to spray it down again. So here's what I do. I always keep a rag on hand. In this case, this is a old Dr. Scholl's sock, and I keep this just for wiping the guitar down. That's all it's for. It's the only function that it has. So what I'm going to do is how you apply this is, we'll go ahead and switch to the different camera angle so you can see this a little better. We'll just basically take this and I put it over the pickups so that I don't have to worry about spray gunk getting in my electronics. Don't want to have that happen. So basically all I do from there is I'll take it, lift it up a little bit to where I can get to it, and aim for one side of the fretboard and down the other and maybe one more back up, okay? And that's all it takes, right? That's how quick it is, that's how easy it is. Now what we do basically is just leave it set, and I tend to wipe off anything that may have got on the finish. I think it's basically some different oils and things like that it's made out of. It has a nice citrusy smell, and I want to make sure that it's not on the pickups at all. I think it got a little bit on there, so might wipe them off just a little bit between the strings. All right, so once again, this is the prep work, getting everything set up so I don't have to think about this when I actually go to record the solo, whatever purpose that may be for. Now, this is kind of like a string cleaner as well. Since this was covered, I didn't spray anything on here. I typically take my hand and just move that over these strings down here and try to get all those nice and lubricated. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a nice little wet haze and a gloss over the fretboard now. Now, I don't think it will hurt the fretboard. This is a roasted maple neck. I don't think it will hurt the fretboard at all. But what I like to do is after it's sat for a minute or two, I'll take it and I'll take my rag and I'll just press down into the fretboard as I move along so that it doesn't stay on the fretboard. Typically, you want to keep your fretboard oiled with something like lemon oil to prevent cracking, but that's usually just for rosewood and darker wood grain fretboards. Typically, a maple fretboard you don't have to worry about at all. So that's why I don't like to have an excess amount of oil on this fretboard. If I still see some there, I'll just go in there and kind of wipe it down a little bit more. Naturally, your hands, as you play, will wipe some of that off, but now it is basically good and new, and it feels so smooth, okay?